iaamobility, Munich, Qualcomm, and BMW on TechStack. Jim McGregor from TIRIAS Research. I'm here with Anshuman Saxena, who is the Vice President of the ADAS group, or Autonomous Driving Group, at Qualcomm. And you guys, thank you for joining me first off. You guys had a huge announcement here with this partnership with BMW. You spent essentially almost 5 years developing a brand new software stack with them, delivered it on time, 1,400 engineers around the globe. And not only are you delivering that to BMW for the iX3 and future vehicles, but you're opening it up to the rest of the ecosystem.
Absolutely.
So, can you walk us through how much of a monumental feat this is to actually have this brand new software stack?
Yeah, I can. And first of all, Jim, thanks for visiting us. Thanks for giving a lot of coverage to the BMW announcement that we have been kind of following through Friday last week. Just to give you a picture on this, right? We started working with BMW around late 21 timeframe, so little over 3.5 years. Qualcomm had been working in the ADAS space for almost a decade now. Our own in-house R&D to do cutting-edge AI-based stack development.
Plus the Arriver acquisition.
Plus, I'll come to that, the SoCs that we have been developing with the safety requirements, and then the Arriver acquisition that we did in 2022 timeframe. All this, alongside with BMW, is where we started putting our focus on for last 3 years, heads down, just to build a stack that can be put onto the road, highway and urban driving. The dates were decided back then that this has to launch in the summer of 2025. Here we are with the BMW iX3 all-electric, newer class A, powered by Snapdragon Ride Pilot platform, which is people are seeing it on the roads. So really happy about that.
So, I mean, there's a lot of different companies developing different software stacks. What makes this unique?
See, there are a lot of differences that come in over here, right? So first and foremost, we are talking about a stack that is designed for safety from grounds up. It's designed for a solution that is super power optimized, performance optimized on the ride SoCs. The vision perception that we brought onto the in the development is homegrown, and this is not the first time we are doing it. Arriver has done 4 generations of products which are certified for NCAP 5-star. Was the input into this whole collaboration with BMW. So Qualcomm's Snapdragon Ride SoCs, Snapdragon Ride vision perception, and then jointly working with an OEM to build a stack, AD stack, which does a level 2, level 2 plus, level 2 plus plus kind of implementation, is a very differentiated thing. With BMW, what comes along is the great know-how of what a safety system looks like, what it takes to build a whole solution with a targeted ODD upfront, right? So there are around tens of thousands, 20 plus thousand requirements that are there in the system, which BMW says this is what is required to develop for the stack, goes down. We learned a lot in this partnership. We learned what it takes to put this whole thing in the car. It's not just a software solution that we are putting. It has to be deployed in the car. BMW brings that huge experience and expertise, which put a guardrail on us that this whole solution has to be in the roads. Now, we as a technology company brought in a lot of assets from the AI standpoint. We know we have the background of all of the vision perception and the AI capability. That was a very well complemented solution to the BMW team.
So I know that this is more than just man hours. This is a huge effort. Can you kind of give us a feel for, some of the metrics that went into this, in terms of road hours or in terms of whatever you can?
Absolutely. So you're right, exactly. It's one thing to put together a software system, get a data and say, you know what, I have trained it for the data. But there's another completely different thing to really deploy, do an assessment, do a regulatory requirement and put it in the car on the road. For this, what it takes is multi-millions of kilometers of data to be recorded, collected. Collected data has to be enriched to what exactly is valuable for you, annotated, right? You have to find out which is used for the training purposes. Once it is all trained, you have to run additional data to do the validation, because everything that you're gonna go put in the car has to be a safety certified solution where you are looking at how much are your false positives, true positives, how much are the detection KPIs on a lot of data.
Yeah.
So that validation has to happen. Once that validation is done, you have to have modifications to your algorithms. You have to reprocess it on the same data that you had collected over time to make sure that any change we do in algorithms are retested before it's put on the car. So this whole flywheel, the data flywheel, is a super important piece. That's where the data-driven approaches, while they bring a lot of functions, it puts a lot of hard work to take through the step-by-step approach of development, validation, and then deployment on the car.
And this is obviously not just for one country. It's for, you're actually doing it for 60 countries this year and then expanding it beyond that.
100 countries next year.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean that's what, right? So it's we're not talking about the whole flywheel done for one geography, one set of cities and all. We are talking about across the globe. That's why when you talk about the safety, you need to have solid validation. Regulatory boards are there which are putting the requirements for the assessment. We have to pass through all these things, and there is no shortcut to that.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no shortcut to that. This whole partnership with BMW is, we believe, is going to be a very transformative way of bringing the same technology now to multiple other automakers. That's what we are talking about.
Well, and that's the interesting thing, because you talk about it as a partnership with BMW, but it's actually a partnership for the entire industry.
Yes.
Because as this partnership, you're going to be actually offering this to other OEMs, and assuming that you're also getting more data for that data flywheel from there.
Yes.
So it's kind of a snowballing effect, and it gets over a lot of the issues we've had so far with proprietary solutions.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is an open kind of a solution where the automakers will make their own differentiation. So every automaker would ask me the same question, that, you know what, it is a great function, but I don't want to replicate it as it is.
Yeah.
That system has to be adaptable to the automaker's needs. How automaker is going to connect to his or their end user.
Yeah.
That's the super important piece. But the technology underneath is going to continuously enhance, evolve based on the data collection, based on the deployments that are going to be put onto the day.
Now, I have to ask you, because you had another announcement with Google, which was really important, about using their cloud AI, automotive AI agent. I have to get that right. There's too many.
Triple A.
It's too long.
Yeah.
But it's very important because, and I know it's really for, especially for today, and intended for the infotainment, where they can do custom agents to do different things and everything else. But, you know, for me, I would like to see it actually interact with the car, with the control of the car. You know, I don't want to go through all the different modes and all the different buttons. I want to be able to get in and say, okay, these are the settings I want for my ADAS system or for my command and control system.
Absolutely.
So do you see that as being kind of that another layer on the software stack?
See, the whole AI agentic system that we are talking about, and Google being a great partner for that, which we announced very recently, I don't think we should tie it to, oh, this is a cockpit kind of an application. This is a user experience and how the agents in the car are going to interact with each other. That's what it's talking about. It's an orchestration of what happens on the car, what can happen on the cloud, and that has to do with everything intelligent in the car. The ADAS system is a brilliant way of looking what the physical AI limits are. I mean, you're talking about putting people in something that is driving by itself, or at least in a automated way on the road.
And it's their office, their home, their everything.
And that's their office, because as soon as you put that comfort driving in the mix, you're talking about you can use your time, my time, for connecting with the, for example, connecting with the office space, connecting with my entertainment system. Now, these agents start connecting with each other. The physical AI is connecting with the the discussions that are there on the, or the interfaces that are there on the screens and the audio systems. All those things, you can start interacting and tell the car now that, you know what, I don't feel comfortable driving so close in a busy traffic.
Yeah.
I want to do it differently. That's a hint that is going into the ADAS system now. Think about that is how the AI agents are going to come together. Or the car is going to tell you, Jim, do you want to take this shortcut because I can get you a coffee on the way?
Yeah.
Brilliant idea.
That's great, especially if you can go actually get me the coffee.
Yeah, I'll get you a coffee for sure.
But no, this is amazing because I mean, you started this journey in around 2000.
Yes.
And the SoC was the simple part. It seems like all these different software layers you're putting on, you know, are really enhancing this, and it's becoming an open ecosystem, which is probably the most important part of this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I would just kind of clarify that SoC is a simpler of the bigger ecosystem because we have been doing it. SoCs, safety grade, all of the assessment, regulatory requirements, very, very complex thing as well. We are running on the latest nodes, but when you talk about the complete ADAS system, that's the next level of complexity that we are trying to bring to them.
And we're in front of your concept car.
Yes.
So have you published 0 to 60 times yet?
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant car that we have been building. I'm sure once it gets on the road, it will attract a lot of attention.
I'm sure it will. Well, Anshuman, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks, Jim. Thank you very much.